love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stare, just look up, don't stare. I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so on, you're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong, you will never see me crack.
Check, 1 2 1 2.
Way you gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.
Got a surprise stream tonight. Don't know if anybody will show up, but hey, you never know, right? It's my goal to start streaming just a little bit more often now. And we'll get started here in just a short minute.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like
I
button,
love the chase and the hunt. I set the pace when I'm
Thank you
running.
very
I
much.
always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better
those of
believe
you
in
out
your
there that have
mind,
been hitting
cause
that like
it's
button,
everything.
I just
You
want to
can
say
mold, shape, find
Thank you
almost
very much.
anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this,
All right, and we're getting ready to start. How's everyone doing today? Can you say crypto be crazy? Because y'all, if you haven't noticed, crypto be crazy. Hey, hey, and here we are with no music. Let's see if we can fix that. Little slow jams going on tonight. We're gonna switch it up, put it on a little R&B, kind of reflects the same flavor, if you know what I mean. Oh, well, gosh darn, if that wasn't what we're listening to anyway, we will just carry on. Welcome to Road Dog Crypto. This is the late night show with your host, Road Dog, also known as Mr. Lane. Your Crypto Road Dog, here to help you navigate the roads, hopefully to riches and financial freedom. I've been down this road before, coming into crypto back in the early days of 2000 and late 2013. As a hobby miner, getting my butt kicked in the market, knowing there's something there, yet still getting my butt kicked in the market for years. Until I started putting together the keys, the secrets of success in the crypto market, and it started with technical analysis, which I thought looked like rocket science, because every time I would read about it, my eyes crossed, my head hurt, and I fell asleep. But something changed one day after you lose so much and decide, hey, market, it's about time that you give that back to me. And then the music trips up and ruins the whole mood. So we put on something a little funky for our new attitude that we have toward this market. And we decide, hey, we're going to learn something, at least something every day, to change our lives and make it a little bit better. And you start looking at the markets, at the charts. It's a little bit more of a game. A game you can play, while you can even paper trade as you play this game and just slowly get better. You don't believe me? Let me show you how. Look at this. Watch me buy. Hit this little trade button, create a new order, and I'm going to paper trade me a whole Bitcoin right now. That easy. And if you noticed, I went long. When everybody's talking about our prices dropping, am I an idiot? Or do I see something in the charts? You tell me. Before we start diving into the markets, let's take a look at a general overview of how crypto did today. And I got to say, considering how bearish everything has been lately, not too bad. I got a feeling I got to crank my mic up just a little bit there. Let me do a little test out here. Testing 1 2 1 2. I believe that's a little bit better. So anyway, what I'm looking at here is a watch list of all the coins that have been up for the whole year. And as they fall off this chart, I just knock them right off this list. You are not worthy. Epic, you are not worthy. But I got my eye on these guys, because these are your strong coins. And if there's any coins that are going to make a big leap, well, I believe it's going to be one of these. Coming down to the monthly, some of those are still up. Some of these you may know. Some of them may be new to you. Some of them are new to me. One I've got my eye on and have been slowly building is Nakamoto Games. We got XRP going in the limelight for you guys that are part of the XRP army. Looks like good things might be headed our way. On the daily, Lena looks like it's been on a little bit of a tear. Let's take a look at Lena. Lena is linear. 10 billion coins. Maximum supply. That's a lot of coins, people. That is a lot of coins. Now, half of those, 5.3 billion, are out in circulation. Is that a good thing? Well, it's halfway in between. We'll just split the difference right there. Market cap's coming in at 96 million. So we're still a little on the low side. But we will slide on down. Take a look. At the all-time high, it came in at 29 cents. Now, that was 2 years ago. Since then, we'll pop back up here. look at these coins, and got this neat little tokenomics tab here that's not working. Skip that. But between those 2 years when we were at that all-time high, more coins were unleashed on the market. And, 1.7 cents. If all the coins were out, we'd be at a lot less than that, half of that amount. 0.000, let's just say 9. Just something to consider as this market moves on and more tokens are unleashed. It takes people coming in to buy and push these things up. Lena is currently available. Binance, Bithumb, Onyx is available a lot of places. And MexC. But what does the chart say? For Mr. Lena has been moving today. It is on a tear. It has went parabolic on the 15-minute. But I like to zoom out. I like to see what I'm looking at. Taking a look on the daily, and oh, baby, blow that up. Oh, we're halfway. We got a little funky. Went up to 29 cents not too long ago, a few days ago. Came back down, looks like, to 9 cents. Now, that was a good move. I will give it to you. That was a good move up, and that was a good move down. So for you traders out there, look at that. Up to almost 200% profit, 182% on the upside. Oh, coming down to the downside, you caught that move. That's about 66. And if you flip-flop right there on that 200 on the daily, which is a great place to flip-flop if you're going to flip-flop. If you're going to be a flip-flopper, flip-flop on the 200. Another 100% gains. So, wow. Makes me feel like I'm missing out on this coin. Because I have not been trading. Let's look at it anyway. Let's look at the good signs and the bad signs and see what we can gather. A little bit of a rounding structure here. Not very, very strong, but yet there is some slight rounding. This, you have a lower low and then a higher low. So we are changing trend here, but we're still in an accumulation pattern here. There is a trend line there that held as resistance for so long until we flipped it into support. That's a very, very good sign. Let's go ahead and zoom this up just a little bit. Make a new trend line from this bottom to that bottom, and that is where we found support by wicking down to the 200 on the daily. The rule of thumb is that any asset that is above the 200 daily moving average is bullish. That's a good thing. Now the question is, how bullish is this little guy? Where can we expect it to go? Well, we recovered this 382 Fibonacci area, where it is currently, trading above it. Our next stop, I mean, you could take a little pit stop here at 19 cents, but go for the big guy up here, the 618 Fibonacci level at 21, or rather 2.1, almost 2.2 cents. Because there will be a lot of people trying to short this coin there. There will be some sell pressure. Now, there is a possibility it can make it up and then come to our next target, which would be at 2.5 cents. And remember that these targets are zones, not exact numbers, and it will vary depending on what exchange that you are trading on. And this one is lined up with KuCoin, where I do a majority of my trading, but I tell you what, old MexC is really starting to win me over. Now, for someone wanting to get into Lena, if you jump in now, you might feel some disappointment over the next few days. And I hate to disappoint you guys, so I don't advise it. Nor do I give advice. I merely give crypto opinion, my opinion, what I would do. And hopefully, going over my process for you guys that are new to technical analysis, that were so scared of it like I once was, you just pick it up by osmosis as we go, because that is a great way to learn. And also, draw on your charts, whether you use TradingView software here, or links in the description below that can give you some deal if you decide to go for the pay version. But not to show anything, you got this also available on whatever exchanges that you use on your mobile apps. You have access to all the stuff that I'm using here, is what I'm trying to say. So let's use it. This area right here, 13.7 cents. I would be very happy to get in at this project at that price. That matches up with this 9-day moving average, which we will come back and see at some point. Meanwhile, as this price goes up with no moving average ahead of it to touch, this Fibonacci area may just not hold. Wick us back down. Going to test 15.5 cents. And did I draw a whole line all the way across? Darn it. I hit the wrong button. What I need to do is hit Alt and J to get that little line there. Let's get rid of this line over here at that 9 moving average. Do that again. Now I want to switch these to green so I know that they are mean buy. However, this guy up here where I've got red, I'm going to switch it to yellow because I know that that's my Fibonacci magic little number there. So I want to keep up with that. So let's get rid of this this line and let's see what we got. I'm looking at these targets right here, 1.37 cents and 1.54 cents. And it will take it a little while to get there. There's also the chance it may never get there, and be ready for that. But going down to my 4-hour time frame, seeing where my 200 moving average is, which we're above that, and that's your secondary confirmation. Hey, there's a buy signal here. We could also, it also tells me we can come back to these areas in a little pullback, but you might want to keep your eye on this 15-16 cent area. It is possible to scale down into this, and I do find myself doing that a lot. But Lena does look like it does have legs to keep going. Now, where do we think that the Lena might go to? We did discuss this area right here, which I swear I had. Yeah, I do have it marked right there. I'm just on a bigger time frame. So we got 2 short targets there. I'm also going to mention this one right here. If we really start going, you're looking at 3.46 cents out of Lena, possibly up to 3.75 cents out of Lena for your targets. So Road Dog, what's the mathematics of that, man? Well, let me tell you, because I got this little cheat tool over here called a measure tool. And let's say we come down to 15.3 cents and we do make it up. Well, let's just go to that first target at 0.21 cents. That's 41% gains. Next target, 0.25 cents. That's 65%. But up to this main target we're looking at, 124%. Up to that second target, 3.7 cents. 143% return if you just jump in here. More if you get lower, which I think we can do it. Price does not usually always go up in a straight line unless you're over here, and it did. It could honestly do something like that again. If it does, well, we're looking at a retest of this trend line right here. The white one at 0.162. Look for it to at least come back there at least one more time. But it will always come back to at least test that 9 moving average. So with it being lower, that's my target. And that wraps up our vision of Lena in the short term. Now, what could this puppy do? Long term? Well, it's got some legs. These targets are definitely not on the line. And it could easily come back up to 5 cents just based on the information I've got here. It will take it a while. But as we've seen back here, that price targets, it did reach a pretty nice high of 29 cents there. You could do good in Lena for a long-term hold. There might be faster horses, but it is one of the ones that's been holding strong on our crypto bubble chart here, and that is how we got to the chart in the first place. I was going to start out with Bitcoin, because it's the world's favorite currency. The original OG. Big Daddy Bitcoin. And everybody, well, not everybody, but lots of people are thinking we're getting ready to go way down. And I can see that, but I don't think that. My view on Bitcoin, if I come to the right chart here, just to quickly go over this, I'm looking at a inverted head and shoulders. Let's make it a little prettier. Tainted green, right? Tinted in green right there. Not tainted. Don't ever taint your Bitcoin. This pattern has a neckline. Goes straight across right here at the level about 25,200. Now there is candle tops over here. That's important too. And they come in just right at 24,000. That's my zone to where we could actually come down to. Because this pattern is known for breaking out to the upside, coming back to this area for a retest before it goes on to make newer highs. So all of this in this area, completely normal. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to be afraid of. Yeah, if we drop below these areas, we start dropping around 23,000. Hey, we might have to look at things a little bit different. But I'm playing the pattern. And it's got a very, very good chance of playing out. Other signs say that too. We talked about it a lot in our previous streams. But I will tell you this, on the weekly, we got some downside coming. It's not going to look pretty over the next couple of weeks. The weekly showing some sell pressure. However, it looks like we might get a couple of days here, maybe this week, a little bit more of upside. So I am looking for us to come back up to these areas, more than likely to retest this area about 27.3 over the early part of this week, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, maybe not at all. Remember, we do have some important news coming out. Let's see if we can do the little cheat to bring that up. I don't see the cheat. Events right here. Let's flip that little guy on. Has that got the annoying stuff? Yeah, that's why I had to flip it off. I flipped it off. Coinbase say flip you off. Inflation rate coming in on the 13th. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a crazy day. I'm just giving you a warning now. Whenever numbers start coming out, we get whipsaw action. That means these big old candles go up to the top, then come back to the bottom. I would say a lot of people tomorrow have some buy orders down here around 25,400, right in that area, going up to 25,472, anywhere through there. We'll probably catch a good bid, probably catch a good buy. And probably within the same hour, it could wick up to about 27.3, which would be a good place to take profit. You might want to save a little bit for it in case they just do something real funky. Go up to 28.3. But I do foresee the price doing what it always does on the week of all these lovely announcements when the market makers just say, hey, we can wreck everybody. And they do whipsaw price action. Oh, crypto. You're so cool. Currently, we are headed to the upside because, we had a drop, man. And look, slowly going sideways. A lot of people calling this, what do they call it? What do they call it? Oh, they're called a bear flag. But at some point, these little flags turn into like a big channel. And not so much flaggy anymore, is it? However, this channel does have a good chance, somewhere around a 64 to 68% chance to break through the downside. Not fun. Don't want to see that happen. May happen. That's the only way that we're going to get down to 24,000. So, hey, just prepping you now. But in the short run, we're headed up. About 26.2. Stay in the parameters of this pattern here with the wicks or the candle bodies. But again, we could see a test of this 100 moving average 26,235, and up to about 26,400 or so. Lines up really nice with this area of resistance to our left. My left, your left, both of our lefts, I believe. But yet still in a bearish pattern. So tomorrow will be interesting, but as far as the shorter time frames go, it's looking promising. Price is above the 9 moving average and the 21 moving average. They're right there really tight together. That action propelled price up to the 50 moving average, and I am on the 2-hour chart here. is a good area to claim if we can make a stake there and hold that. Move on up further. Coming down the lower time frames, looking very juicy. And you can do patterns within patterns, right? Although when you zoom out, it's the bigger pattern you really want to worry about. But we did have a little bit of a kind of a triangular, almost a wedge. It wasn't a falling wedge, sadly, which is my favorite pattern to trade. But we did break that trend line. Break a market structure means we're going to go back up, and we should be headed right back up to the top area of this particular trend line. Now let's see if I can get just a little bit more accurate with this trend line. It's not exactly the best. It's best to go where you get the most touches, not crossing candle bodies. But I like to do that because I pay attention to those angles. So watch me come up here. We'll just erase that guy. Pretty satisfied with what we have here. If we move it down a little bit, see how it still lines up fairly well. I'm going to press Control there, click on it, move a copy of it, holding that angle that it's on, just to give me a little higher accuracy there. 26,363 is about what I'm looking for Bitcoin. Short term. And this is the 15-minute chart, by the way. But that's cool because I do have a couple of little Bitcoin trades going on right now. Today has just been crazy. Go over a few things that I've got posted up on a Telegram group. Now, please don't hit me up in the comments below asking me for access to the Telegram group. It is totally cut off. It is a very extensive, very, very expensive group. Runs about $2,000 a month. Only the elites can't afford it. However, there are some free invite links in the description. And the lucky few of you that can find that can join for free. Otherwise, $2,000, please. This group has a little section where I keep up with the news. So and that's what we're going to look at now. We also have a trade section, other cool areas there. We have a bot that will do technical analysis for you. Help you while you're learning. But the institutional investors right here. Why did we drop? Well, they got scared. That's it. All that big money. They got paper hands sometimes, and they will let go. So you can see how much money was in the market, right? Propping us up. The good news is they'll be back. And if not them, somebody. Because remember, crypto is not just here in the US with all the crazy BS going on. Crypto is worldwide, and China's getting ready to open the door. Hong Kong is coming, baby. Hong Kong is coming. We got our friends in El Salvador lighting the way. The most enlightened country in the world, in my opinion. For the sole fact that they see the value of Bitcoin. And how to exit the central banking system. Genius. Other things in the news as well. Well, they want to fire, and I don't know why, Gary Gensler, of all people. Why are you guys picking on Gary? He's just trying to do his job for the bankers. Make everything securities so that it can be controlled by Wall Street. We'll bring crypto into our system, back into our system. You don't need your own decentralized system. You need our system. And besides, we have protections. We have protections in place in our system. And you need to be accredited before you can really play with all the cool stuff. Because, we're not going to let you get out here and just ruin yourself. We're going to take care of you. So Ralph Emmer doesn't like Gary Gensler. The hearing that they had, very interesting, on the Agriculture Committee, which is over the CFTC. And they are meeting again this week. I cannot remember if it's committee or if this bill is going before the House, but it's going to be talked over. The new digital asset bill, which actually is what we need. We need that clarity that they're going on over. And it looks very fair, looks very balanced. You might see something good come out of crypto, out of the House for crypto this week. And the bill won't be passed, but, you know, a step forward. Other things in the news that we're looking at, China launches its first tokenized securities on Ethereum. Now, how big is that? China's Bank of China launches first ever tokenized securities on Ethereum. That's huge for Ethereum. That's huge for China. That's huge for crypto in general. 27.9 million that they put out there today. Just testing the waters. Things are a-changing. Javed is in the house. Welcome to stream, Javed. Thought I'd do something, a surprise stream tonight. Other things in the news. We're just taking a quick look at the things we posted here on Telegram. And then Andreessen and Horowitz. They're going to establish a crypto arm, a London office. Because those Brits are chomping at the bit to get a little bit coin. Cool, right? So if you ask me, I think things are looking kind of cool. Even though we are going to fall. Get ready for it. Prices will probably come down. Not. We need that correction, man. We need that. Get the rest of these guys out of here. But the regular stock market is the regular market's doing pretty well, right? And crypto's just been kind of lagging. Makes Gary look like a bigger ass, especially on the week they're going to be talking about him in Congress. But all we got to do is just hang tight, play our cards safe, and we'll be all right. So they're getting rid of Gary. They are definitely trying to get rid of Gary. If not, they're sending him a very, very strong messages, and who's ever buddy's got his nose stuck in, they'll probably pick up on those vibrations too. And like it. I don't know. USA is pushing crypto to the east, and finally Congress is realizing that. And they're paying a little bit more attention. It's a good thing. Because nobody wants to be controlled by a digital dollar. No CBDCs, man. It may not be the mark, but it's got a strong resemblance. We don't need that. Let me switch over to the top 100, see what we got going on. Oh man, look, things are looking better. I mean, sure, you know, they fell off the cliff, almost died, but, you know, they're breathing. They're starting to move around a little bit, poke them with a stick. Throw some of that dirty fiat at them. That's what I did. Let's see, what have I picked up? I did go on a little shopping spree, but I'm not going too crazy because, well, let me come back here to total. Our altcoins are still not in a healthy spot, but they're in a good spot for anyone with a DCA strategy to chime in. And I do have a lot of HODL bags, so I figured, well, it's definitely a good place for me to chime in, buy a little on these big drops. Better than buying at the top when everybody else is just all excited about it. Buy it when they don't want it. Oh, but see, Total 2 has just been dropping, man. It's already lost a trend line that I really wanted to see it keep. So we're getting close to invalidating this inverted head and shoulders on total too, and that no bueno, no bueno, not like it. This pattern is so weak that you might as well give up on this pattern playing out. Let's just put it that way. It's not a total bust yet, but we were strongly going there. So we can come down to total 3, kind of get Ethereum out of the way, and we can see that we broke back into this falling wedge pattern, which is never a good sign. Never. Not good. We're coming down. Just brace yourselves. It's going to happen. Alts will probably fall. Now we'll probably get a retest up here. Get a few billion, another 10 billion into the market, but then something's going to happen, and it's going to drive us down, and we're going to come down. Ooh, about another 20% overall on a lot of these altcoins. So I'm just telling you, just telling you, that's a scenario that's likely to play out. Just get ready for it. Because if it happens, your butt's been saved. If it doesn't happen, well, whew, ain't we lucky? Because Bitcoin dominance is getting ready to do something. And money's getting ready to pour into Bitcoin. It says, I want to see some more sold, but little bites. Yeah, it's a great time to nibble at the market. Excellent time to nibble at the market. And actually, that's what I did. I ran out of dry powder, so over on KuCoin, I have a margin spot account, and I moved over Bitcoin over there because I stashed Bitcoin, my main staple. I learned my lesson. It's a very important one to learn. Go heavy in Bitcoin. And now I can take that and use that as collateral. So I get to keep it. I don't have to sell it. I got it there, but now I can borrow more money to buy up all these cheap altcoins. Then when they go up, I sell half of them and hopefully moonbag them and just slip them right out of that account and get free crypto. When it works good, but in a slow market, it takes it a while. But when you get that payday, it's a nice payday. Several ways you can play just margin spot. Really cool. Just watch your risk. That's all you got to do. Keep that little percentage around 50 to mid 60. You're good. Bitcoin dominance is getting ready to rock and roll, man. Now we might get a retest here. It is coming in a bearish pattern right now because we making a rising wedge. So we could see price definitely, or Bitcoin dominance, fall just a little bit, retest this area. You know it's going to retest that area. I highly doubt that it just breaks through all the work it took to get up past it. Things are really looking like Bitcoin wants to retest that and then go up, and Bitcoin will get very, very popular, and altcoins will take a hit, and people will see their altcoin values dropping and say, I didn't sell out and get into Bitcoin. And they will, which will drive it up further. So, great sell on altcoins, but over the next, 4 to 6 weeks, we may see a bigger sell, make it another 20, 30% off, which I'm not complaining. I'm set up. I'm ready for it. My risk level on my spot margin is currently at 55%. Let the market drop, and I've still got room to where I can still play this baby. But man, nice deals out there. It says good CPI. We moon. Pause with the Fed. We'll go to Mars. If they pause, I know everybody sees that as a good thing, but most of the time it doesn't. I mentioned it before, but the history of the market is legacy in the regular market, and it even applies to crypto too. Shortly after they pivot and they quit hiking up rates, the market goes up, and then it crashes. And it has done that the majority of the time. So I've got that on my radar. So I'm going to be watching very closely if they do that, looking for signs to pull out or looking for signs to reduce my positions or something, because if it's happened that many times in the past when they've done it, chances are I mean, we want to play. Don't get caught blindsided. That's all I'm saying. We just don't. We want to keep an eye out for that, just so that we're not blindsided. Have I tried banter bubbles? They're like crypto bubbles with comments. I did play with it a little bit, but that's not really the reason I go to my bubbles. I may play with it more, but I just didn't. I was like, okay. But, you know, I may be missing the genius of it that they, you know. Hey, Boca, welcome to the show. Surprise stream, what we got? Boca asks, do you think Bitcoin will ever go below 20,000 again? You mean like ever? They could. Do I think it's going to go like now? No, I do not. And if I'm wrong and have to eat crow, so be it, but it just doesn't tell me that. I'm seeing some things on this 3-day I'm not crazy about, though. Man, no likey that thickening cloud there. I'm looking for us to come back and retest about the $24,000 area. That lines up with this inverted head and shoulders pattern that we have here. And it's legit. It has a neckline. It makes it legit, even though it is kind of funky. And this shoulder is higher than this one. And it has a 65% chance to come back and retest that area before it goes to the upside. So that's really what I'm looking for. But if we lose this area, and it could be down as low as 24,285 is what I've got on this chart. If we lose that, I mean, then I'm looking at it going down. It could be doing something else. Now that might get us to 20. So that would be the scenario that I would be looking for that to happen. But until I see signs that that's what's going to happen, then no, I'm actually looking for something a little bit more like that. But it is going to get scary over the next couple of weeks. I can see that much coming. And Boca says in the next 3 months. If that situation that we just talked about happened, it would take several months for that to play out. But you know, as long as we don't come below the 24,000 area, we should be fine. But I mean, we'll know because we've got it laid out, right? It's just kind of if then, not so much trying to predict. We're just watching what happens and going by how these patterns work. But currently in a falling wedge, has a great chance to break to the upside. Now this overall pattern is bearish, so there is that possibility it could break to the downside. After that, I'm looking for a retest. Usually we'll get that. Pretty sure that we will. Get people bearish or get people bullish again. Price come back up around $25,000 level and then start tanking and heading toward 20. So, but we're not there. Those alarm bells have not been triggered. So right now we're still taking advantage of the little moves we got here. I'm actually in a long right now. I'm telling you that, you know, we're getting ready to come down over the next few weeks, but I'm actually in a long right now because in the short term, I think we got a little bump up. And the 15-minute looking like you want to do something, at least coming up to around this area, 26.3, somewhere through there. So for playing things like perpetuals and things like that, looking at these lower time frames. Let's get a few more candle body touches there. Now, I mean, it was a bearish pattern anyway. Now it's starting to take on a little bit of a megaphone look. I don't like cutting through these candles though. I don't like cutting through the bodies. Cutting through the wicks is fine, but cutting through the bodies. So we'll have to raise that there, and that looks a little bit better. That looks better. Much more symmetrical. And price like symmetry. Moving averages look good on the 15-minute. Things are getting ready to bump. And that 200 moving average there on the 1 hour is a great target. 26,234 for anybody in a trade right now. Okay, so what have I been buying? I was mentioning that, and then I got distracted because I do that. I do have squirrel brain. I picked up DCR, that's Decred, and let me show you why. Oh, let's get off KuCoin. Let's get where they have dollar. There's a good one. Let me show you why I went to Decred. I played this one for a couple of cycles now. And I realized how much I liked it last time. And even last year. It is at $12.34. I have not seen it here in over 4 years. I have not seen it this low. I missed buying it at this low. I bought like one or two before the last cycle around here. Saw it go up to around 16 and 18. I was like, oh, it's too high. I don't want to spend that much. And then it started going into the 20s, and it never looked back to this area, ever, until now, 4 years later. 21 million supply, maximum supply, 15 million out there. It's a proof of work and proof of stake. I think they are leaning more toward the proof of stake features. I haven't been keeping ads up on the news. All-time high is $247. 2021. I saw it here at 12. Where it is now. It took time, but it did. It got all the way up to $247. Pretty sure it's going to do it again. It ain't like some of those other coins out there getting ready to have these huge token unlocks. No, you got to earn this one. Limited supply. It's got a mixer. It's got privacy features too. Cool thing. I think they have their own decks there for exchanging and all that, and like I said, even a mixer. But it being that price, I couldn't pass it up. Just can't do it, man. I mean, it looks smashing right here. This is when it was. From September on up to, well, October 2020. And then it started taking off, going up to 16. I was like, well, that's too much. It's got to come back down. Nope. Nope. Nope, it didn't. It just kept going. It just, it wouldn't stop. It went all the way up to $250. Straight up. Straight up. Now here's something cool. Gosh, it doesn't seem like it was a year ago, but I remember doing a video over this. It was also around $26, right? It fell down in July and then pumped up to 70. This little guy likes to do this every once in a while. He'll just have these wild pumps. Now, you may have to over weeks and weeks, a couple of years, but at some point, it's going to pump up again. I want to have my limit orders ready to go when that week happens. And that played out over how many? It was all over a period of 2 days. Jumping from 27 to 70. Nice. Sell some and buy back in when it comes back down. And when it got in the 20s, the low 20s, oh man, was I excited. But now it's in the 12s? Oh, I'm adding to that bag. Folk ask, do I like Quant? If yes, what price would I buy it? I do like Quant. I have several small bags of that. I got also on spot margin because I'm trying to build more. I've had an interesting relationship lately with Quant. I'm very much for it. I got into some of it around 58 to 60, and then a lot of it I got in when it's like 120 recently, so that wasn't cool. So I've had to restructure some of that stuff. But now it's at a good price. I'm just, we got to be prepared if we do get a fall. Now at 98, I definitely think it's worth nibbling at. Like I was saying earlier, at this point in the game, nibbling, just nibbling, because we've got a good chance to keep coming lower. So don't want to go all in or go too heavy just right yet. And if we're wrong, we'll see that we're wrong because we'll start going in the other direction, retest it, and confirm a trend. And then you know, hey, well, now we can jump in. even though it's higher, at least the trend will be on your side that way. And you watch your $100 turn into 25 as it goes down. And rather you'd watch your $100 just keep growing and growing and growing when you catch the trend. And it's hard to make yourself do it. But Quant, currently at 98, I think that's a great area. But we are making a lower low, right? Not officially. We haven't busted this low over here. So there's a chance this might hold. But you know, we kind of got this. Some people will see that as a descending triangle, which, you know, they usually just take a nice big dump to the downside. So, I mean, it's possible we could see 43 out of it, 43 to 50. And I mean, if it does, that you want to be snatching it up then, in my opinion. I would definitely be trying to get what I can, because that's a good bottom price. So right now it's just kind of iffy, but let's see what our indicators will tell us. We'll see if we can glimpse into the future here. The bad thing that I see right now is this 21 moving average is crossing over the 50. So that will push price downward, and we're riding below the 9 moving average on the weekly. These are bearish. My indicators down here, a red dot on market cipher, bearish. Looking for any signs of divergence? Not really. Some very slight divergence from way back here, but we really needed it to count more here, in my opinion. So I am looking for a bigger drop. Now, my little trick to figure out good areas is to pull my Fibonacci, use that extension, and my target actually lines up with this area that we just marked out right at $60. Now, having two things that bring me to that price point, well, I call that confluence, and it perks my ears up and it makes me think, there's twice as likely to go there now. So a little bit more probability to get there, and this pattern. So I don't want to say this because I have a bag of this, and so I will have to figure out a freaking stop loss or sell it now in profit to prepare for this, but it does look like we'll be coming down. So I do have an oscillating margin trade for this. It's actually in profit still. Somehow I finagled that. Well, I have not checked it since we hit 98. I think it was at 101, so I may be under. And I may have to, I may have to jump out of that if we break this trend line, which I expect that we will. But I just need to I want to put a tight stop loss, and if it hits it and we start coming down, that's so be it, and I'll make a plan to either maybe short what I have, or hey, I just want to buy it down here, man. I just want to buy it right here around $50. It was a good deal buying it over here at 50. It was a crappy deal. Where was it? Falling for a setup that I had over here when it was around 120 or something. That setup did not play. But I do like Quant. Let's see, another one, that I picked up. What have I been buying? Well, I went over Naka. I've been buying. That wasn't a big buy, though. I mean, I nibbled at some Caspa. Not much. I bought some more Cadena because that stuff is dirt cheap right now. And I've been accumulating this one for a while. It seems like, well, it could have been. It seems like I'd seen this price before, but I'm not seeing it on here. So I must be thinking around here about 80 cents. So the majority of what I got in Cadena is definitely underwater, but I've been adding to it at 50. Proof of work, I like that. Proof of work is not a security, by the way. And I'm a big fan of proof of work chains. I first got my start in crypto mining, actually. So what? It's like a money printer? Where do I buy one? How do I build one? and built one, the first ones, until ASICs came out. All right, guy, you're not working with me here. Get that control. There we go. So overall, even though it cuts through there, I don't like that. Depends on how you look at it. That does actually. It has both elements. Price will react to both of those trend lines, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, more of a falling wedge, a little bit of a steep falling wedge, so those don't break out as strongly as the more level ones or shallow ones. Still, I've seen them a lot steeper. But we're at a new place there for Cadena. It could come down lower, man. I hate to see it do it, but if it does, I'm just going to snatch up more. I think there's only 1 billion of these, and it's a mining coin. And it has hit one of my bottom zones, but that doesn't mean it necessarily want to stop there. Let's try this a different way. And now we're down to the 618. We might get a little turnaround here for short term, but man, it could definitely fall down here to, oh man, seriously? Down to a dime? Could. If it does, I'm buying. I've just got them mostly on a deck, sitting there working some DeFi with it and things like that. Not trading, just accumulating and letting what I have work for me. But I think it's got legs. I think it's got potential. But, oh yeah, A-list. A0. I couldn't get that with my, I do have a margin spot isolated trade on that, I think, right? I couldn't get it in my cross margins where I could accumulate, so I'm having to slowly work on this one. So it's technically an open trade and down just a little bit, but yeah, I'm trying to build a bigger bag of that. And I know Charting Crypto's going, another YouTuber's going heavy on that one too. He's actually the one that turned me on to it. And I liked what I saw in the fundamentals. And it came down to the target that I had at 81 cents. That would have to be my target. And that lines up with our negative 0.27 extension there. There we go, right there. And I mean, we could see it come down to 73. That's my next one. And then if crap really gets bad, 59. But that's rare that one that's rare that one hits. Very rare. See, next upward target's 101. After that, we will be looking at, of course, this resistance here at 108 and then 116. We're at 117. Man, we got to see that market change around. However, we do have that green dot on the daily. Might give us a little bit of a boost up, maybe back up to $1. That would be cool. But man, I think I missed the brunt of that move to 81 cents there. That was cool. But yeah, I do like it. Let me check the weekly real quick. See what not enough information there. 4 hours looks like it might be trying to do something. Of course, that can roll over too. Stochastics are very high up there. So we could just get what gets wicked gets candlesticked. Looks like that may be what we see. We may be coming back down to about 82 cents. It does kind of have that bear flag shape. And if we do the flag thing, that should just take us right down there, shouldn't it? Yep, right there. But a lot of times when you see all that buy pressure on the wick, let's look at the regular candles. Is it the same? Yeah. What gets wick gets candlesticked. Just means, hey, it's going back on sale. You didn't miss that sale. Booker says, does any hot wallet support Decred? Exodus does. That's where I used to keep it before I got Ledger. I think I'm still, yeah, I am. I'm still using Ledger on it at the moment. Because I don't think my Tangem wallet, which reminds me, I don't think my Tangem wallet supports it at the moment. Tangem is adding a lot of coins though. It's just a good idea to have several different wallets and several different types of wallets. Another one I've been, not as much as I want to, because I have to sell Bitcoin if I want to do this, and I don't like to sell my Bitcoin for any reason at all. No, it's too hard for me to get. It's hard for me to stab Bitcoin. So I don't like to sell it for dollars to go over and buy something. And that's ORI chain, which, last time when I looked at it, it was coming just right down here to my bargain area. And now it's actually went to below my bargain area there. Still in it. 276 for ORI chain. I'm snatching this baby up. I'm doing the same thing. I'm staking this. I've got it on DeFi. There is only 700,000 of them, I think. No, it's 19. Which one am I confusing this with? 19 million. Maximum supply ever. 19. That's it. 5 million out there. So it's oracles with AI, Cosmos ecosystem. And the little baby's getting ready to come back down. So we're going to have to move our bargain area lower. Ching. And I'm just going to match it up with this bottom right over there. So I still think it is in the bottom area, and this lines up with this area right over there too now. And I shall just keep accumulating this little baby. Has a potential to make a double bottom there. I was originally seeing it come down here. It didn't have enough strength to make that move. It missed my target, so I look like an idiot. Not really, it just makes it look stronger. I had to break up and went up to 483, and now we're back half price again. So it gives you ample time to make some pretty good moves. We did see it go all the way up to $11 not long ago, back in February. Yeah, everybody liked that. Parabolic move, now we're coming back to the downside, and I am buying. And what else did I kind of stock up on? I've nibbled at quite a bit, but any I&J in stacks. Been definitely trying to accumulate more I&J. Finally got a decent bag. Finally. That took forever. Finally one that I can be comfortable with. The I&J went up to about 995. It's currently about 578, which I think is a good zone. Very good chance we'll be coming back down to low $4 right in this area, of which I am ready for. I will be soaking that baby up in that zone, $4. I just gotta be patient for it to get there. Ooh, that lines up fairly well. So I'm looking for something along the lines of this. And, you know, we get to $4 or whatever. May stay there, may follow this trend line down a little bit more. May see as low as 3. Let's just go ahead and drag that little puppy down a little bit more. But the last time it was here, I bought, did not regret it because it went up. Do I like Mina Protocol? I don't have any of that one. I have nothing against it. We can take a look at it. Look on Binance here. Apparently I've looked at it recently. Oh, it looked promising. It looked like it was doing a very a pattern that I really like, or nice rounded bottom with the falling wedge. It was definitely accumulation, but paper hands decided to sell. So apparently the VCs were looking at that because they're really the only ones that were dumb enough to sell recently or to bail out. I'm not saying they're dumb, but they caved pretty easy. So it looks like they started selling right there at 51, right? Drove it on down. So now we've got a new low. That's not great. Just not great. So they've kind of ruined my idea right there. Just made it last longer, basically, is all it did. So this same idea is still happening with accumulation. Just that now, all that time, well, we get to double it. We just get to wait twice as long now. So eventually, looking for just a bigger bowl to start forming out of this. But how far can it go down now? I mean, hopefully we'll find support here and start going back up. There's a lot of bullish divergence showing up here. Not majorly strong, but there's... could be better, to be honest with you. So it hit my first target. It would be coming down to 31 cents. If this area right now, 40 cents doesn't hold, 31 cents is next. And it should. It's got a really good chance to find a bottom there. Unless things just go really crazy, then you're looking at 17. But that one right there, the 141 or the negative 414 should hold. And that should kind of line up right here with that trend line. Right there. Yeah, lines up kind of nice with that trend line. That's where I think we're headed. Right around 30 cents. And one thing that makes me think that, even though we got the green dot over here on Market Cipher, the big telltale sign is this 100 moving average. It just crossed that 200. That's bearish. Going to slow us down a little bit, and then likely we'll start working our way back up to retest those areas after we get down here. That's what I see anyway. And that little guy idea there, which is symmetrical triangles, they rarely ever work out anyway. That idea is gone. And I guess we can get our shapes just a little bit more uniform there. We got more data, more information, and it actually works out better. And that was the lost point right there. Shooting us down. It does make a little bit of a falling wedge and break to the downside of it. Not good. But if you got some dry powder or a plan, I think we're gonna get some bargains. How about Multiverse X? I have some of that, and I've got it on my ledger. I have not been buying anymore. I liked it. I don't know. I kind of lost faith in it, though. But I haven't sold it. I'm still holding it. Still going to let my ideas for that play out, but it's not one that I'm planning on adding anymore to. I have a problem with them changing so dang much. Multiverse sex. It's sex in the multiverse. I forgot the they changed it so many freaking times. I forgot the ticker for it. E-Gold. That's what it was in its first incarnation. Where's it at? Ooh, $30, man. Because this sucker got up high, man. It looked really promising. Look at that. Yeah, that's, wow, you see how long it's been since I've been on this chart. Yeah, beautiful when it hit $500, and now we're down to $30. That's a huge drop. I don't think they have direction, man. I don't think they know what they're going to be or trying to be now. I think they lost sight of where they're going. And they did a token swap or something at one point. I can't even remember the details of how many coins they got now. Let's take a look at them. Okay, that's a plus. That's good. Maximum supply 31 million. That should help it. Circulating supply 25. And you're at $30. Market cap is, you still got a pretty good sized market cap, even being at $30 for that many coins, huh? So I think you can definitely make money with it and everything. It's just it's not it. It's me. It's not you. It's me. So this is kind of cool, being in a shallow falling wedge near the bottom of the pattern. So it's a good chance that we may bounce here. Maybe the upcoming drops in the few weeks out of altcoins, maybe it won't hurt as much. I mean, you can find one that can break up to the upside, and then when everything else starts dumping, because if Bitcoin dominance goes up and goes on a tear, then the altcoins they're going to dump. They're going to. Then when it does, it may just come back to the bottom of the channel. So I mean, if we hold that area, I think that's good. That's a great sign, actually. All the indicators have flipped bearish, but now we're at the chance where, it's at the area where it needs to come back up and start retesting that 200. So I think it's at a good area. Let's see if we can find a place. Just another target to look at, just in case. Maybe 26, 37, 23, 20, possible wicks down to the downside. And that's what I think it'd be, like a wick or a bear trap. Pretty sure I got that one. But now, as far as the target for the wedge, we can just take the measure move there. Anticipated breaking down here, and basically on this one, bring it back up to about the top of the channel. So right there, about $70. 72 is what I've got. Of course, it's no good until you actually get a breakout with the wick where it actually breaks out. But just de-estimating, right there around $70, $72. From where it is now, not bad. Don't know how long it will take it to ever get there, but that's a good return. Can't sneeze at that. Oh, hey, I may not be down that much at all. Seems like I got it in the 40s over here, so we're just down $10. Okay, I don't feel as terrible. I think I bought it last October, November, somewhere. I think I bought some down through here too. But mine's in the red, but I will hold that one for a while and see what it's going to do for me. Alright, guys. Got anything else that you'd like me to take a look at? I'd be more than happy to do it. Just throw it in the chat real quick. There's about an 8-second time delay, so I'll give you guys a few seconds to do that. Otherwise, we just wind this little baby down a little bit, as it is now 12:11. Oh no, I like seeing green in the candles, so that's nice. Can't scare the market out too much. Hex, man, what's up with you, man? I thought 3 cents was a good deal for you. Apparently not. I'm glad I'm only nibbling, but even my nibbles look like crumbs. Man, what's up, Hex? It's my first time messing with Hex. This is on MexC, and I don't have to do it on the Ethereum chain. I figured, why not? Dip a toe in, watch you get cut off. Dip another toe in. Yeah, watch you get cut off too. Now we're down to 0.0077 cents. And my bag is probably worth only $50 now. I have not looked. Wow, it's shrunk. So I trade, but I also accumulate at this point in the market. And I would say at this point in the market, I am more heavy on accumulating long-term holds than I am on trading. Now, I do margin trading, and I also do very lightly perpetual swaps because they have a tendency to kick my butt. Margin's more forgiving. Perpetuals, yeah, I think I get it figured out, and then it's like, no, surprise. They just slap me. They like to get you feeling, oh, I got this, man. Oh, this ain't so. Yeah, I'll just wait for that stop loss. Nah, man. Oh, it's looking good. Turn your head 1 minute and boom. I'm 30% negative. Really quick. So perpetuals will help you become a better trader. I do believe that. But for me, I mean, it's like small trades. But learn the lessons. The best ones I got with perps are on my Road Dog crypto account. And I'm using a different strategy over there where I don't have to mess with it as much. That one does better than the ones I'm messing with all the time. So if I don't trade them as much, or if I don't micromanage it, I seem to do better. Do I use a VPN? If yes, which one do I recommend? I use IP Vanish, but a lot of people go with Nord. I've used IP Vanish for years. I think doing something with my Kodi TV system. That's where I first came across that one. They do come in handy. They do. It's a good idea to have one. All right, let's see what we got. Oh, hey man, my little alien's just hanging out there. I do somewhere when I figure out all these freaking buttons. I do have an exit screen. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Feel blessed to have you guys stop by, and if you can, before you go, if you could just take one little second here just to show Elvis that you love him.
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
And I will leave you guys with this. We're not alone. I saw it on TV.